The new one,
I
Street Trash, set in the year 2050 in Cape Town,
yeah.
South Africa. Ronald and a group of his fellow homeless friends uncover a plot by the local government to wash away the homeless population with a sinister chemical agent called V. So the main guy,
Yeah.
Ronald, is played by Sean Cameron Michael. Donna Cormack Thompson plays a woman who is introduced to the group, and she's actually saved by this ragtag group from possible death or attack, and she becomes a member of the group, and they try to take down the government that are spreading this chemical agent, and ultimately this group of quote street trash are going up against the corrupt forces that be in the year of 2050 Cape Town, South Africa. Okay, so that is a plot. Eric, you were going to say
Yeah.
some more stuff about the new one.
Oh, so like the kind of ragtag group of homeless people, one of which is Gary Green, who played Fried Barry.
Yeah.
His character is really cool. Like he keeps you see him at first, and he keeps talking to someone that's not there, and everyone's like, well, a couple of people just are used to it at that point. But someone's like, "What the hell's it?" And it's like, he just talks to himself, just ignore it, and then later on, like he'll start talking to himself and look down, and there's like this little puppet talking back to him. So he's
Yeah.
like constantly arguing with this imaginary puppet. And
Voiced
apparently,
voiced by Ryan Kruger.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's Gary Green's just constantly talking to the director. That's fun. But yeah, this is a gross, kind of silly, fun movie. I guess I was expecting a little more trauma, but I think this leans more Alex Cox, and both with this and the original, it leans more Alex Cox than it does trauma, but it does have some trauma sort of elements to it.
I had a lot of fun
Um,
with Street Trash. A lot of fun with this movie.
yeah.
It was great. It was great. It was just he has a very distinct voice. Kruger does. After watching Fried Barry and Street Trash, he's a very singular filmmaker, and I appreciate that about him.
So what's kind of your background with movies like this?
Zero. This is and I told in my interview with Ryan Kruger, I said this is the first Melt movie I've seen, so I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, just like trauma movies in general. This is
oh,
not a
trauma
trauma
movies.
movie, but
Yeah, the
this
trauma
kind of like
movies.
trauma adjacent, I
Yeah,
think.
trauma Jason. Yeah, like I've seen the Toxic Avenger, but that's about it. But yeah, I really enjoyed Street Trash. It has high watchability factor because there's some really good action sequences, some great melt sequences. There's enough melt where it's just not a big melt movie. And I like the whole underlying corrupt government versus the underdogs. We've seen it before, but I think it's really well done and kind of evocative with Street Trash because certain things happen and you go, oh, kind of didn't want that to happen. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I also like kind of I guess the stuff. It's got a kind of
Mhm.
a lot in common with that. But it also kind of remind me of like I mentioned Alex Cox, but like Highway Patrolman.
Mm.
Like you got the story that you think you're getting in with Highway Patrolman, but it always kind of kind of veers off in these other avenues. So you get to
Yeah,
explore a lot more of the world, and this kind
you
of
do.
does that.
Yeah, you do.
Um, I I like this one a lot, and watching the original, they kind of bleed together in my head. I would say go watch the original and then watch this one,
Mm.
and then may, maybe just watch them both back to back. That probably be the way to do it. But yeah, I enjoyed this quite a bit.
Eric, it's available for rent or purchase on digital. You agree? Worth a purchase, huh? Worth a
Oh,
purchase on digital.
yeah, definitely. This would be like one of those movies that if it comes out on physical media, buy it because it seems like I'm sure I don't know what the original Street Trash's availability is, but I'm sure it's like a Vinegar Syndrome type
Hmm.
release. Get that and then get whatever the physical release in this. Maybe they'll put them together. That'd be even
That would be
better.
so awesome.
This is an example of like the perfect filmmaker to material.
Okay.
I would love. I can't wait to see another Ryan Kruger original, but I mean, this one's kind of the he just kind of knocked this one out of the park. This was like they teed it up for him, and he just knocked it out of the park.
Well, Eric, look, just Eric and I both interviewed Ryan Kruger at different points of the week, and I don't know if you agree with me on this, Eric, but I also interviewed him 3 years back for Fried Berry. He's one of the top directors. I wouldn't mind. He's the kind of guy that I wouldn't mind just grabbing a beer with, a beer and a burger with, and just hanging out. He's just one of those type of guys.
Yeah,
And the reason why I say that is grab a beer and a burger and watch street trash. It's just that much fun. It's just one of those things. You just sit back and have a good time and watch this movie. Look, I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I loved it. I love street trash. I don't mind saying
I
it.
I probably wouldn't eat while watching this, but the beer for sure.
Oh, man, the melt stuff is cute with all the rainbow colors of blood.
That
It's
some about the rainbow colored goo that's coming out of them is grosser to me than blood. Like you see blood coming out of someone, it's
oh.
like that makes sense. You see something blue coming out of them, and it's like, oh, wait, what? Oh, now it's purple. Oh, now it's yellow. What the hell is going on?
Well, I got thirsty, Eric Holmes. What is your rating on street trash?
I'm going 6.9 on this.
Oh wow, 6.9 stars. Yes.
And you know what? That goes with the original too, because I haven't covered the original, and I hadn't seen it in
Wow.
decades at this
Yeah.
point. But yeah, go watch the original and then watch this. They'll both be available.
Okay.
You're
Well,
welcome.
that is
You're welcome.
You're welcome. 4.5 stars from me and 6.9 stars from Eric. You're welcome, Holmes. Check out Street Trash.